place to be. It's your boy. His name is Heaven Hollywood. I go by the name of Heaven Hollywood. Yes, I do. So I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to come in here. We alive. We alive, people. And we're going to be live for about an hour. Right? Once you get in and you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Please put a 1 in the chat. Once y'all come in, and please, as you're coming in the door, please hit the like button so we can push this through the algorithm. Huh? 1 in the chat. Wait a minute. Chat filter. All messages. Let go. Put a 1 in the chat. And as you're coming in, please like the stream, y'all. Hit the like. Yeah. Let's get it. Baby girl, this your song. Baby, this ain't tricking, we got sick. Hold up with you. Throw my hood on. We pop sit. Hair all crazy, high heels on. Baby girl, this your song. We gon' get this up jumping. Shorty on the dance floor, shaking thumping. Come on. Hair all crazy, high heels on. Baby girl, this your song. Baby, this ain't tricking, we got sick. Hold up, you on another bar, we pop sit. My boy, yes, sir. What's good, girl? Let me scream at him for a minute. All right, let's go. Hit the like button coming through the door, y'all. Let's go. Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, y'all. Remember, it's hashtag, it's a $ Heaven Hollywood if you want to donate to the page, to the stream, to keep it going. A lot of times, I don't get monetized for these videos. They don't like the information I'm giving out or what have you, so just send $1 through the Cash App. Everybody sends $1. That's all I ask for. Everybody send $1. We'll be good. That'll take care of just in case they don't pay for these videos. Just in case. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clearly. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clearly. Let's see, man. Put a 1 in the chat. Harlem, what up, Harlem? Harlem's in the building. Harlem, Harlem, what up? It's the butter nutter. It's the nutter butter. Found you in the gutter, and I don't deal with gutter. Gotta know, is it parquet or is it butter? That's the Harlem niggas, boy. butter, or parquet. You know the car say, vroom, vroom. He said, it's parquet. You know the car say, vroom, vroom. Right up to your sister's room. And your sister's gloom. In the bedroom, they call me Mr. Doom. Yo, that nigga Cam is funny. All right, y'all. We're going to get started. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Push this through the algorithm. We got 3 topics. Like I said, man, we're going to be on for an hour today. And we got to talk about what everybody talk about on Twitter. Foxy Brown comes out, and I don't know why people are surprised. I have a video coming up on members only, which is going to explain everything. Remember to add me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch, on Tik Tock HeavenHollywood, both platforms. Because I'm trying to just go live strictly on Twitch. I'm about done with YouTube. But Cardi B's Rollout, right? She's showing like a master rollout, old school, hands-on, right? But before I get into all of those things, and remember, we're going to stay on each topic like 15, 20 minutes so we can get all 3 topics in before the hour is up. But really quickly, for everybody who's online and you're seeing people like they're trying to force you into talking about this, Clinton Kirk or whatever, Greg Kirk, well, I don't know what the guy's name is, something Kirk. And you see people trying to force you and shame you into talking about this dude. Don't let people shame you into and say, oh, you don't even have any empathy in your heart. Because anybody with any soul would be showing empathy. Nah, that's not true. That's not true. My whole thing is I give out the energy. I give back the energy that you're giving out. And I didn't know anything about this dude until the unfortunate time that he passed away. And I give condolences out to his family. But I didn't know anything about this dude. I didn't even know who they were talking about when I saw his name trending. And then when I found out more about him, I said, oh, okay, no wonder I didn't know who he was. Because I don't associate with racists and white supremacists. I don't associate with black supremacists. Right? Anybody who is too pro-black is fine. But if you're anti-white just because they're white, I don't F with you. My daughter is half white. So how can I mess with you? How can I be cool with you if you have a hatred for white people because they're white? When my daughter is got a percentage of Greek in her, right? So do you hate my daughter? So I can't be cool with you. And I feel the same way about white supremacists. I'm not cool with a white supremacist, right? So you could be pro-white all you want. You could say, I think my race is the better race, because black people do it all the time. We do it all the time. We feel as though we're the better race. I say it all the time. If you don't like a black man, then that's just your issue. How can you not like a black man? We're like so cool, right? But that's just me loving my race. I'm very pro-black, but I'm not anti-white, right? I don't look down on them because they're white. right? Anybody can get it. If I feel so I'm better than everybody, black and white. But if you're anti anything, supremacist, oh, our race is superior and you're not superior. Make sure everybody that comes in here, please hit the like button. But I don't talk about being anti-white. I'm not anti-white. I've never been anti-white. Right? I'll take down a white chick just as quick as I'll take down a black chick. I'm always looking for the sisters first. But that's just my preference. Not because they're black, but that's just my preference. I prefer a sister. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to date a white chick. Obviously, I shot up in one. So I obviously date white women too and Spanish women. But I'm always, my number one preference, I'm always going to try to get a sister first. Now, if it just so happens that in my midst, I'm trying to get that sister and she trying to play the role, or she shunning me or friend zoning me or whatever, and then I see this Spanish girl on the side like, hey, papi, she don't want nothing to do with you, but I do. Come over here, papi. I'm not going to be like, right, I don't discriminate. But again, if you know how they say, put down your choice, but then put down a second choice and a third choice. My first choice is always going to be a black woman. That's my first choice, right? But I'm not going to say, oh no, I don't F with Latinas. I don't F with white bitches. No, I'm not going to say that, right? They're just not my first choice. So I don't like people who, I love people that think that their race is superior. You can think that, but still in all, don't show hatred or disdain for other races. Because I think my race is superior. However, I'm not going to say, oh, all white people are bad because they're white. Or all white people are racist. They're not. They're not all racist. Right? They're not. So I don't like that white supremacist stuff. And then when people, I put on my Facebook, I said, who's Charlie Kirk? And people got so upset. Oh, you know who the porn stars are by their kneecaps. And you don't know who this guy is? No. Should I? Of course, like one of my friends said that. I guess she called herself trying to be funny. She's like, "Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Do better. You know of every porn star by their damn kneecaps. But you don't know." I said, first of all, I was in the porn industry. So, of course I'm going to know people in the porn industry. If I was in the porn industry and worked with a lot of them, of course I'm going to know who they are. That's a dumb statement. I said, you was trying to be funny, but that's really a dumb statement. So that's just like if you're not into hockey, and I'm like, oh, do you know who Alexander Negretkin is? My friend is going to probably say no. And I'll be like, oh my God, you do better. You don't know who the Gretzky is? He just broke Wayne Gretzky's record. Right? So if you're not into something, you're probably not going to know who these people are. So I'm like, okay, what is he? Is he an influencer? What is he? Can y'all still hear me at my break? Because yesterday I had a lot of people in, and all of a sudden they started dropping off, and they were telling me that I was glitching. They couldn't really hear me. So everybody can hear me. I see 12 people in because I need 12 likes. Everybody that comes in, I need you to hit the like as soon as you come in. It keeps going down and up and down and up. I don't know why, but it does. Oh, baby, no more crying. So don't let my message is, don't let anybody bully you or make you feel as though, oh, you should be showing empathy. If you had any ounce of graceness in your heart or kindness in your heart, and then they'll try to say, because you're not showing any sorts of sympathy or empathy to this guy, they try to make it seem like there's something wrong with you. Oh, if you're not showing sort of empathy, you need to check yourself. No, I don't. No, I don't. Because when you look this guy up, he was full of nothing but hate. He didn't like black people. He had hatred. He had a lot of insults for black people. He had a lot of smoke for black people. A lot of smoke for black people. And then you pretty much, your last words out your mouth was something racist, something about black people. And then look what happened. You live by the smoke, you die by the smoke. That's the way I look at it. And then when I start looking him up and start looking up some of the things he said and some of his, well, that he go by and was calling every single black person a DEI hire, like said that black women don't have the mental capacity to get jobs on their own. They have to be DEI hires so they could come and take the white person's job. Like, what? Is this dude serious? So when you start hearing stuff like that, you're like, you know what? Rest in peace, nigga. For real. And I just keep it pushing. I don't think nothing of them. I'm not going to celebrate that they died because that's very hurtful to his children, very hurtful to his wife. I don't know what type of wife he had, but you got to figure, if you his wife, and he says all these things, I've never seen her say, I've never heard about her checking her husband. I've never heard about her saying, listen, you can't be saying stuff like that. I'm not going to lie you to say so. I love you and everything, but I can't. Why are you like that? So if anybody marries a guy like that, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That they probably have a lot of the same values and beliefs. Or else, why would they marry him? Right? So I feel sorry for his children. He's got 2 small children. They did not ask to be born into this world. They don't know any better. So I do feel sorry for his children. But that's as far as it goes. Hey, man, I apologize. That's as far as it goes. So, let's move it out. Let's move it on to Cardi B and this rollout. Cardi B is putting on, she's doing it much more unconventional. She's rolling out like she don't have social media. See, she's going back to the old grind, the old rollout grind. And I tell you, I got to give her a lot of credit. Right? She's out there. She's going to be going to record stores. She's going to be doing meet and greets. Right? She's playing into the whole thing about, oh yeah, I'm broke. I'm Atlantic is going to freeze my accounts. And Atlantic is going to get rid of me. So she's going on that, on the whole Atlantic is going to get rid of me thing. Okay, was there a title? Is there a title on here? Hold on. Let me look. Let me look and see, because y'all ain't helping me. Y'all are not saying anything. How am I supposed to know whether my live is coming up? Let me go live and let me go look and see what's going on. Y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me, man. Live. Yep. I'm live, man. So, Cardi B is letting people know she's going back to the basics. I'm listening and working. Okay, Harlem, I appreciate you. She's going back to the basics, and she's saying, listen, we're going to do meet and greets. You're going to come out here. What's up, Crimson? Ain't see you in a minute. And you're going to go out here and you're going to meet me, and then you got to meet me. Make sure y'all hit the like button when you come through the door. If you do want to contribute to the channel, a lot of videos do not get monetized because they don't like what I say in most of them. And they don't want to upset the elite, so they're like, you know what, why don't we just shut him up? That is $sign Heaven Hollywood. But, let's see. Yeah, so Cardi B is Rollout. Now, I predicted that she would do 155 week 1. But now I wouldn't be surprised if she did more than that because of this rollout. But I don't think if she did not have this rollout that she's having, I'm thinking she'd be doing around 155. Now so Carla said I'm proud of Cardi. She has a lot of haters. I'm proud of what she's doing because she's moving like she don't have social media. And that is a good thing, right? She's moving like old school, like I got to get the word out about the album. Now, that's got to be worth something because people are checking out how she's moving her hard work, right? So I give her props for that, most definitely. But will it work is the question. So everybody can put in the chat. Let me see, can I ask a poll question here? How do you ask a poll question on this bitch? Hold on. What is that? No, that's green screen. Man. So Carla thinks it'll work. Let me see. Da-da-da-da-da. Community moderation. Live chat. Yes. Yes. I would like to know how you add a poll question here. They're not telling me how. Anyway, I'm going to go up on here and see it. Hold on. Boom. All right, check this out, y'all. So Carla thinks it'll work. The way she's doing it is different from other people. And I know a lot of people want to see her fail. But you could tell that it's working because people are starting to get nervous now. And they're like, wait a minute. Don't tell me that this is going to work. They're like, don't tell me this crap is going to work. And I really think they're starting to get a little nervous. That's what I think. I think they're starting to get a little nervous that they don't want Cardi's thing to work. Everybody wants her album to flop. I don't know, man. Create a poll. Here we go. So, here's my poll. What? Hold on. Y'all make sure y'all answer the poll. What? Okay, will Cardi B... Will Cardi B sell over? Here we go. Y'all answer the poll and make sure when you come in the door, they hit the like button. All right? There's the poll. Okay. Will Cardi B sell over 200K first week? Y'all answer that poll, please. Well, answer it in the poll, Crimson. Answer in the poll. So, as far as now, a lot of people are complaining, right? A lot of people are complaining, and I have to go back and look at these rules. But you know the Barbs are not happy because they're seeing what Cardi B is doing, and the Barbs are saying, why in the hell does she get to go out and sell merch and entice people and say, you can only see me if you buy the album, either the vinyl or the digital copy. When they're saying, I don't know how true this is, but I do remember something like this. When they're saying when Nicki Minaj did it, they took away 100K. Now, here's the thing. They did not take away 100K, but they threatened to take away 100K because they were saying that her fans were giving out, sending payments to strangers, saying buy the album and stuff like that. And that's not quite what Cardi B is doing, right? That's not quite what Cardi B is doing. So a lot of the Barbs are saying, no, we need to recalculate Pink Friday 2 then. Because they took 100K streams from us and it should have been 328 instead of 228. So I don't know. I have to look into the rules. But according to what I've seen with these little clips and stuff that people are taking, it looks like that's exactly what Cardi B was doing. So we're going to have to see whether this is legal, what she's doing or not. I'm not saying legal as in breaking any laws, but is it legal to do what she's doing as far as the record labels are concerned, right? As far as the record labels are concerned. So we're going to see. They're saying that Nicki Minaj got stuff taken from her, got streams taken from her, right? Because they said you can't do that. Tell these people, join my damn live. Join my live. Okay. They were mass buying. Again, I'm not educated on that completely. So that's why I have to do my research. I'm not going to speak on it until I have all my research as far as what was happening. I do remember Nicki Minaj getting filtered, and they said they took 100K filtered streams, 100K filtered sales. So I believe that's probably what they're talking about, right? Brown, Cardi B, and what's that guy's name? Charlie, what's his name? Kirk? The guy's name is Charlie Kirk, right? Is the guy's name Charlie Kirk? What was his name? They've been sabotaging Nicki. Let's be real. What's up, Watch Tay? Now, I was there for the whole thing with the hate train. And again, I spoke on that yesterday. Can y'all tell me whether this man's name was Charlie Kirk? Hold on. Let me look on my thing. Y'all act like y'all don't hear nothing all of a sudden. Okay, Charlie Kirk. Never mind. Anyway, let me cut my camera up on here. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Watch Tag. Thank you very much. Okay. So anyway, I'm here for her rollout. I want to see how much more. Like I said 155. That's what I'm thinking. But now I didn't know she was going to do this rollout. This rollout is very interesting. So I want to see how much more she's able to sell, more than 155 with the rollout that she's using. Because I do like it. It's a grind type rollout. We all know she's trolling when she's saying, I'm going to be back on the pole. She's just trolling what people saying about her. Atlantic already came out and said Cardi B is a fixture in Atlantic Records, and we are happy to have her. We're lucky to have her. So there's no rift between Cardi and Atlantic. They haven't shelved her. They're not going to shelve her. All right. Foxy Brown. There is a big riff going on social media, Twitter, about Foxy Brown. And anybody who's been on Twitter, what's up, Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell? What's up, Mimi? Again, as far as to end this thing with Cardi, I think her rollout has been phenomenal. I really like her way she's bounced back and she's using the whole, because imaginary players flopped. I am forced to sell these CDs by myself. My budget is $50. I like that whole thing that she's doing. I think it's cute, right? And I think it's brilliant at the same time. Now, this whole thing that's going on with Foxy Brown and Nicki Minaj, I really don't know why people are so surprised. Like, Nicki fans really show how much they really did not know Foxy Brown. I feel as though a lot of Nicki Minaj fans just go along with whatever she does, even if they don't really agree with it, or a lot of Nicki Minaj fans could give two shits about Foxy Brown. But because Nicki's saying, oh yeah, my sister's another, the Nicki fans will do anything for friends, for Nicki to have friends. They want Nicki to have more allies, more than Nicki does. Nicki don't give a shit if she ain't got any allies. But her fans seem to care about her having allies. Nicki Minaj don't care about allies, so I don't know why her fans do so much. At this point in her career, I mean, she's 40, she's getting ready to turn 42. She's been in the rap game 15, 16 years. You really think she gives a damn about allies now? That would have been for earlier in the game, right? She doesn't care who doesn't like her, who likes her, who doesn't like her. But her fans seem to care so much, and they always want somebody to be an ally of Nicki. Just perfect example. Somebody complimented her last week. I forgot who it was. And then what did her fans do? The very next tweet. Oh, how would y'all feel about a collaboration with Nicki and so and so? And all he did was say, oh, I think Nicki Minaj is the best. And then her fans start talking about, how would y'all feel about a Nicki and such collaboration? And this dude is wild old too. He's not even really active. I forgot who it was. But I'm like, God damn, every time somebody give her a compliment, her fans talk about, how would you feel about a Nicki and Elton John collaboration? Like if Elton John came out and said, oh, I love Nicki Minaj. Like Nicki Minaj is the GOAT, right? She's the best, this, that, and the other. All her fans would then be saying, what do you think about a Nicki and Elton John collab? Like, he didn't say he wanted to collab. He just said she was the GOAT. And she didn't say she wanted to collab. They be talking for her. But Foxy Brown has been friendly or friends. If y'all want to say lovers, you can say that. There's still been no proof. She still keeps denying it. But she's been in the presence of Jay-Z since she was 15 years old. Right? Her cousin Clark Kent, he loves Jay-Z. Rest in peace to Clark Kent. Clark Kent introduced her to Jay-Z. So you're talking a friendship of over 30 years. All right? How long has she been friends with Nicki Minaj? And she's not even friends with Nicki Minaj like that. I guarantee you, Nicki Minaj has not been, and Foxy Brown and Nicki Minaj have not hung out 5 times. I guarantee it. I guarantee she has not been in her presence physically, like together, like them two, more than 5 times. Right? I guarantee it. So she's not really friends with Nicki like that. She's got respect for her because, you know, Nicki was saying Foxy was my idol and this, that, and the other. And Foxy and her, yeah, they call each other, they call each other sis and this, that, and the other. But how many times has she ever taken a picture with Papa Bear? I bet you she hasn't. Has she ever went and visited at her house? Went over for dinner? Probably not. But she's been to Jay's house. She's had dinner with Jay and Beyonce. Jay-Z allegedly was paying her medical bills when she lost her hearing. Was Nicki? No. So if she's been around, I see so many of Nicki fans. Now, and mind you, I want to keep saying this. Nicki Minaj is not saying this. I want to put that out there. Nicki Minaj is not saying this. She hasn't said anything. But her fan base, oh, that's why you ruined, I just want to say, you ruined Coco Chanel. No. You can't, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Because you can't now say she ruined Coco Chanel because now you're mad at her because she put up a picture of Jay-Z and Desiree Perez. And then I see people saying, oh, Nicki showed her all sorts of love. They wanted to throw her away in the rap game. Who? Who wanted to throw Foxy Brown away? Nobody wanted to throw Foxy Brown away, and definitely not Jay-Z. So I don't know what these fans be talking about. Oh, they was going to throw her away until Nicki came and saved her and put on a record. That is BS. That is BS. And the only thing that Nicki has done for Foxy Brown is put her on that one record. And Foxy sound horrible on it. I'm just going to be honest with you. And I love Foxy Brown, but that record should never been made. She sound horrible. She did not sound like herself. She didn't sound like she was back able to rap again. She sounded like she was still deaf. And we all know how dope Foxy is. But, yeah, she put her on a record. But you know how many records she's been on with Jay-Z? She's not going to pick Jay-Z. She's not going to pick Nicki over Jay-Z. Especially if Jay-Z was paying for her medical bills, as they say he was. So I don't even understand why people are upset at Foxy. Right? That's like you just meeting somebody on the job and then you pick them over your cousin. Like, oh, I'm just gonna be friends with him because my cousin don't like you. Because my cousin don't like, I'm not gonna talk to my cousin anymore. I'm gonna go here with my newfound friend. No, that's not realistic. She's never gonna turn on Jay-Z. Right? She's never gonna turn on Jay-Z. So Jay-Z and Foxy Brown have a relationship going back to when Foxy Brown was 15, not 14, when 15 years old. They cut the record when she was 16. She was still in high school. For everybody that's saying, oh yeah, then I hear people saying, oh, they're trying to turn her against Nicki Minaj. What are you talking about? Foxy has always been with Jay. They didn't just decide to come up and say, oh yeah, let's turn her against Nicki. First of all, her and Nicki barely interact. You may see one say happy birthday, oh happy birthday sis, oh happy birthday queen, and then you don't see them interact hardly anymore until it's another one of their birthdays. So it's not like they're out there interacting. Always, she go over Nicki's house. I've never seen her over Nicki's house. I done seen Bia over Nicki's house. I've seen JT. I've seen Drake. I've seen freaking the damn video girl. I've seen them over her house. I've never seen Foxy Brown over Nicki Minaj's house. So they're not friends like that. And Foxy is from the old school. Jay-Z did a lot for Foxy Brown. You think she's going to turn on Jay-Z? Especially Jay-Z got the money. Who knows? How do y'all know that Jay-Z still ain't paying for Foxy? We don't know that. We don't know their business like that. I know she ain't been in the business in a long time, and her ass is living in a mansion. How she afford that mansion? How she afford that mansion? She ain't sold a record in what, 15 years? So how Foxy Brown afford that mansion on a streaming salary where people ain't really making money off of streams? She getting help from somewhere. That help may be coming from Jigga. Now, 1-2 gossip. That's very interesting. That's very interesting, 1-2 gossip, because I heard, and Kim ain't even hiding, I heard that Foxy is overweight now, bloated, right? That's what I'm hearing. I can't confirm that, but I'm hearing like that's why she continues to post old pictures. She won't post any new pictures. She won't post any new pictures. And that's okay. Like I really don't need for Foxy Brown to be out here. If she don't feel those shit like Kim, I wish Kim would go hide somewhere. Because when I see old videos of Kim and how beautiful she was, and now I look at her now out there. I mean, I don't mind the dance. We know the dance. We know how she was able to spin that dance into a profit. But Kim didn't even have a BBL when she was popping. Now she's in her 50s with this crazy BBL. It's like, what? And I'm looking at all the over. I was looking at a video yesterday. I'm like, man, Kim must not have known how bad she was. damn, she was bad. I seen her video yesterday. I'm like, yo, Little Kim was bad. I don't even understand, and I don't want to try to understand women's insecurities or whatever, right? She said she had a reason that men were cheating on her with light-skinned women, and she felt as though that's what men wanted. I get that. But why the BBL? And you didn't even have a BBL when you were getting all of the surgeries. You wait until you're late in your 40s and 50s to get a BBL? You don't need a BBL. I have the same problem with Madonna. Why the hell you all through your career, you became the queen of pop without all that shit. Now you get into your 50s and 60s and you go and get a BBL? Why? You're Madonna. You're Madonna. You don't need no BBL. You're Madonna. It's like you're Lil' Kim. A lot of people consider Lil' Kim the GOAT. You were already the GOAT. Why did you need a BBL? I don't get it. I don't get it. But Kim sometimes she be doing a little too much. She be doing too much. But Kim at least goes out. Kim will go out, and Kim, she don't lack self-confidence, that's for sure. Foxy, I hearing, is lacking self-confidence. But the Barbs are now dragging her, saying she been moving funny. How's she been moving funny? This is the same way she's been moving. When Tisa Tells, right? When Tisa Tells went in on Foxy Brown talking about Jay-Z, what did Foxy Brown do? She immediately checked Tisa Tells and said that ain't true. And if y'all think you're going to get me to turn on Hove, you're crazy. And then people still constantly keep saying, oh yeah, he was effing Foxy Brown when she was 15. What else does this girl have to do? She already said it never happened. So what's the sense, if you're a celebrity, right? What's the sense of saying anything if the fans are just going to, if you don't say what they want you to say, they're going to say you're lying. So what's really the point? What's really the point? Now, she had came out and said, Jay-Z raped me, he beat me, and he threatened to unalive me if I ever told the secret. All y'all would believe it. All of y'all would believe that. You all would believe that, whether she was lying or not, because a lot of y'all believe that 13-year-old who came on here lying about Jay-Z. Y'all believed it because you don't like Jay and you want it to be true. So if Foxy came and said Jay-Z raped her, beat her, those other stuff, y'all would immediately, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. He about to get exposed. I believe it. Like you know Jay-Z personally. But this woman has come out over and over and over and over and over and said nothing happened when she was underage. She didn't say she never fucked Jay. She didn't say that. She never said she was never in a relationship with Jay-Z. She said underage. Right? But she never got into what happened when she was of age. And that's really not our business. It ain't even our business what happened if she was underage. But because we want to make celebrity business our business, but over age, if she's over 18, that's nobody's business. right? So she unfollowed Nicki Minaj a couple of months ago, and yes, she did unfollow a lot of people, but she didn't. Remember, she went and then followed about 4 people, and none of them were Nicki Minaj. But this notion that she owes Nicki something because, oh my God, the queen was just so nice to allow her to be in her presence and breathe the same air as her and come and get on this Coco Chanel with her. She owes the queen her loyalty and her life. Man, get the F out of here with that. She don't owe Nicki Minaj nothing but a thank you for putting me on the record. And then that's it. She don't owe her nothing else after that. And she definitely don't owe her to not be friends with Jay-Z and Desiree Perez. We don't know what Jay-Z and Desiree Perez done for Foxy Brown. We don't know what they've done for Foxy Brown. Everything isn't about trying to hurt Nicki Minaj. Like that shit drives me crazy. Oh, they're trying to get Nicki to respond. If they wanted her to respond, they would respond back to all them tweets. Why would you think they want her to respond when they've been ignoring her for years? So why do they want her to respond? She's doing that job on her own. She's responding to stuff on her own. But if you notice, she hasn't responded to them in a minute. That's because of what I said on the video yesterday. Desiree is now saying, okay, you want to put my name and stuff? You want to at me? You want to say, call me Deseret? And you want to spread all this, you want to say justice for Demery? How about this? I'm going to depose you. And you want to be in this lawsuit so bad, sis? You got it. Watch what I tell you. I never steer you wrong. I never steer you wrong. You're going to be hearing about either Nicki got slapped with a gag order or Nicki Minaj has been sent a summons to get deposed for this lawsuit. Because now Desiree thinking that maybe Nicki is funding Demery. Because she's tweeting out justice for Demery. And the moment she tweeted it, it went viral. Now, again, I will say my own personal opinion. But my own personal opinion don't mean nothing. Do I think, personally, Nicki Minaj is funding Demery Hadley? Absolutely not. I don't feel as though she's funding Demery Hadley. I feel as though she's just trolling because it's Jay-Z and it's Desiree. But I really don't think she is really that into that lawsuit. I think she's just trying to pick at Desiree and Jay-Z. But Desiree doesn't know that. Desiree don't know that she's not serious. So what's she going to do? Oh, she's hashtagging justice for my daughter. She don't know my daughter like that. Maybe she's funding that lawyer she got. Maybe she is taking a payment to tweet these things online so they go viral. That's what Desiree's going to say. And she's going to make Nicki Minaj prove that she's not in on it. And that's a pain. This is the reason why all the barbs are saying, oh, you just want her to be silent. No. I didn't want Nicki Minaj getting into this lawsuit when it's unnecessary. When there's already talk and things that I know for sure that she's going through out, offline. You don't need an added extra problem that really have nothing to do with you. This lawsuit has nothing to do with Nicki. Nothing. But yet still she's tweeting Justin for Democrat. Mind your business. Mind your business, sis. Like, why are you adding on extra problems? I'm telling you, man, these people is going to get enough of effing with Alex Spiro and Jay-Z. Y'all going to find out. And you're going to probably find out the hard way. This Alex Spiro dude, you got to be a billionaire to beat him. This dude don't lose, and he's relentless. He's relentless. And when you mention his name, when you mention his client's name, which is Jay-Z, that's his guy. When you mention his name, whether it's defamation, whether it's nothing, Alex Spiro, once you on his radar and he get on your ass, it's a nightmare. Trust me. Trust me. I know people who dealt with this dude. You don't want Alex Spiro even knowing your name. People are gonna get tired of messing with that white man, man. That dude ain't rap too tight. And Alex Spiro, he got the resources, he got the connections, and he's smart as hell. I say he's not rap too tight. I don't mean he's dumb. But he is intelligent. He knows all the ins and outs. He knows all the legal moves. He knows all the legal loopholes. I'm telling you, he's got that New York attitude. He's aggressive. I'm sorry. You don't want to mess with that dude, especially if you don't have to. Stop getting in people's business. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't understand why then her fans. Oh, if somebody owed me $100 million, he don't owe that woman $100 million. Y'all are delusional. If Jay-Z owed Nicki Minaj $100 million, don't you know she would have been in court? Took his ass to court a long time ago. $100 million ain't no drop in the bucket. And she said it could be $200 million. Nigga, let me tell you something. If you owe me $1,000, I'm coming to your house. If you owe me $100, I'm ringing your phone down. Yo, you got my money? So imagine somebody owes someone $100 million. Come on, y'all. If Jay-Z really owed Nicki $100 million, she would have been had his black you-know-what in court. He don't owe Nicki Minaj no $100 million. He don't owe Nicki Minaj anything. Y'all think that Jay-Z got to where he is from selling crack, right? From the streets. I don't think he ever really did any major time as a drug dealer. He was able to get out of the drug game with a clean record, where nobody was coming looking for him, hunting him down. Because you know, when you in the drug game, when you ready to get out, you just can't say, oh, okay, yo, I'm done. See it. See y'all. That don't work like that, especially in New York in the 90s, 80s and 90s. You wasn't just getting out of the game just because you ready. You had to make sure, oh, okay, I'm not going to be doing this no more, so I'm going to give you all my connections. I'm giving you my plug. And I got to make sure I pay everybody that I had they work or what have you. Then once you do all that, and you make sure you ain't got no ops that you know of, then you can leave the game. But you are not allowed, especially back then. Maybe it's easier now. You weren't allowed back then just to say, I'm done. Because them fiends and them other dudes that you was taking their corner, they like, oh, no, nigga, you ain't done. You gonna have to pay me. So Jay-Z was able to pay back everybody, give up his plug, give up his connects, this, that, another, and get out of the game without anybody coming to look for him. He was smart enough to do that. He came into the rap game with $800,000. He is now a billionaire. Do you really think that Jay-Z is going to scam the most famous female rapper in the history of rap? I'm going to owe Nicki $100 million and I'll get away with it. Come on, man. Y'all got to be smart in that. Y'all got to be smart in that. Jay-Z's going to scam Nicki Minaj out of $100 million? Come on. Come on, y'all. How would he even get away with that? And who's her record label? Universal? The biggest record label in the game? You gonna tell me and they get a piece of her money? You gonna tell me that they is gonna let Jay-Z owe their client, own their artist $100 million and just let it rock? Y'all gotta be smarter than that. Y'all gotta be smarter than that. Ain't no way Universal is letting Jay-Z scam Nicki Minaj out of $100 million. They're bigger than Rock Nation. They're bigger than Rock Nation. UMG, they're bigger than Rock Nation. Rock Nation is a pimple on Lucian Grain's butt. On UMG's butt. Jay-Z's a billionaire. Who do you think the owner of UMG? I'm not talking about the CEO, the VP. The owner of UMG. What you think he's worth? If Jay-Z's worth $1 billion, what you think the owner of UMG's worth? You know? So I don't understand why people are so up in arms and surprised. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, please, coming through the door. I need as many likes as I have people in here. The likes are free. Make sure if you want to support the channel, I don't ever get no Cash App, so I just want y'all to, if you feel like give me a Cash App, it's $HeavenHollywood. I'm not going to expect it because y'all don't be showing me love like that. And if you want to hit the super chat, you can as a last resort. But definitely hit the like button coming through and push this video through the algorithm. Yeah, man. Foxy Brown. And I'll tell you one thing. Foxy Brown really let Nicki Minaj rock and get away with a lot of stuff. Because if you remember when Nicki had it in for Jay-Z around the Super Bowl time? And she started bringing Foxy into it? Like she tried to bring Rihanna into it, Aaliyah into it. And she said, oh yeah, Foxy, Rihanna, Aaliyah, how many more? Who else? And Foxy was probably like, chill, sis. Like, why you trying to get me caught up? She could have unfollowed her then. Because she shouldn't have did that to Foxy. Because Foxy's out here saying nothing happened, sis, and you're supposed to be rocking with me. Why are you trying to insinuate that he did something to me when I keep telling y'all that he didn't? So Foxy also could have been mad from that. And then once she stopped talking about Jay, and then she started back. And when she started back, that's when Foxy said, okay, see, she's doing this again. Nah, I can't do it. You got to remember that. Y'all have to remember that. Let's see what y'all talking about. So, will Cardi B sell over 200K? We have 81% says yes. Only 19% says no, and I'm in that 19%. I'm in that 90%. Mimi, I know you rock with Cardi B. So Mimi says yes, and she's not alone. A lot of other people said yes. But I'm interested to see what her album sounds like. And I have to give her props on her rollout. She's really turned it up, and it's been different. And that's what she needs. But yeah, I'm gonna be making a members only video for everybody who's a part of members only. You know, people that are hanging in there, part of members only. Y'all gonna get the exclusive video. I'm gonna break down the entire thing with Foxy, Jay-Z, and let y'all know exactly what happened. Right? I'm gonna let y'all know exactly what happened because I know what happened. So I'm gonna let y'all know what happened with this whole thing with Nicki Minaj and the first time where she got on Nicki. I mean, when Nicki was like, oh yeah, Aaliyah and Rihanna and Foxy, how many more people? So we'll talk about that. Shout out to Cardi B. And also the big three. I'm getting ready to put out a video. The big three. Let me start this poll. Hold on. Let me do another poll. Let me do another poll, y'all. So, do I got to end one poll? Or I think I have to end a poll. Hold on. Anticipated by GP being most of all BG Jr. Let me end this poll. Hold on, y'all. All right, so I ended that poll. Here is my new poll. Y'all ready? Who is in the big three? Wait a minute. Wait. No. Is the big three Nicki, Cardi. Wait. Okay. Wait a minute. So here's the poll. And I'm going to be doing a video. Is the big three Nicki, Cardi, and Meg? If you feel as though that is not the big three, put no. If you feel as though that is the big three, put yes. All right? If you feel as though that's the big three, put yes. If you feel as though that's not the big three, put no. And then on my video, hey, Couture. What's up, Couture, babe? The poll is up. The poll is up. Let me see, can I pin it? Hey, where is it? Hold on. Here we go. So, you don't see the poll? Nicki Cardi. Okay, so again, when I do my video, oh, here is the poll. When I do my video, I want y'all to put, if that's not your big three, put exactly who is. All righty? If that's not your big three, put exactly who is. While 1-2 gossip, that's a very good point. And I'm going to be doing the video, right, on the IENetwork. And y'all can sound off in the comments. That's a very good point that 1-2 gossip said. All right? So, listen, y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Remember, we're going to be doing hour shows now every day, except on the weekends is my big 3-hour joint on Twitch. So weekends is going to be Twitch only. So y'all got to make sure you add me on Twitch. All right? I want to shout out everybody. Shout out all my heavy hitters for rocking with me. Shout out everybody who came through. We about to get up out of here, man. Let me go get this crazy kid. And don't forget to subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel. She just started. And her channel is called Patience is a Virtue. You can look up Patience TV. Make sure you go subscribe and show her some love. All right, man. I got to get out of here. All right, y'all. Holla back at your boy.